Thank you, Commissioner Lumagi. Ang isang talagang key para maiwasan yung corruption, di ba, transparency. And obviously, yun yung thrust ng inyong reforms because yun nga, yung taxpayer open sa public yung inyong website, no? Ang isang tanong ko, which I also asked yesterday, hindi ba nakaling ito sa egov.ph? Kasi yun ang alam ng mga kababayan natin, pag nagta-travel, doon agad pumupunta. Then from egov, hanap ka lang ng NGA, LGU, and so forth and so on. So I would suggest na instead of parang standalone yung inyong website, i-link nyo na rin doon sa egov, no?
Yes,
Commissioner.
Yeah. Actually, nakalink na po, Mr. Chair.
Nakalink na? Yeah. When did you do it? Kasi kahapon parang hindi pa.
Link talaga.
So pag nagpunta sa egov, for other purposes, pwede rin magpunta sa BIR website.
Yes. Nakalink po sa website namin,
Yeah,
Mr.
okay.
Chair.
So ang isa pang key yung, of course, minimize or eliminate human intervention, di ba? Kasi it seems that napapunta kayo sa digitalization. Ilan yung naiwan na may human intervention pa, may human contact? Ilang percent?
As of now, Mr. Chair, the previously issued letters of authority that are still active at the time we suspended the audit is around 45,000 letters of authority. But these are subject to consolidation, Mr. Chair, unless the taxpayer requests otherwise.
So sa ngayon, sa issuance at saka yung pagpirma sa LOAs, ilan na lang yung authorized?
Ngayon po, ang
Kasi ang una narinig ko, ikaw na lang authorized na mag-sign or mag-issue ng LOA?
Yeah, hindi po. Ngayon po, under the new rules, the auditees, the taxpayers to be audited will have to be chosen by the system. So the core criteria for choosing the taxpayers to be audited are already embedded in the system. So ito pong system ang maglalabas ng mga taxpayers na i-audit, and then i-approve po ng Commissioner of Internal Revenue, at kapag in-approve ko po, ay ibababa po ito sa mga revenue regions or sa large taxpayer service. Anonymous pa po at that point for assignment of the auditors and the group supervisors. And then iaakyat po uli sa amin so that we will anonymize, and then saka po ibababa uli sa revenue regions for issuance of the letters of authority by the regional director or by the large taxpayer service. So dalawa na lang po generally ang makakapirma sa letter of authority, yung large taxpayer service ang magkakandak or yung revenue region or yung regional director po. Or kung merong fraud, yung National Investigation Division or yung RID depending on the threshold.
Kasi the first time I heard na only the commissioner is authorized to sign, sabi ko ma-overwhelm. Wala nang gagawin yung commissioner kundi magpirma. Imagine, 45,000 ba yan?
Yun po ang currently
bilang,
open
diba?
LAs
So
na.
nagulat ako when I heard from Senator Tulfo, sabi niya maganda yung reform kasi commissioner na lang magsasign. Wala nang gagawin yung commissioner kundi mag-sign ng LOA. So that's good kasi parang bar exams, hindi nyo alam kung sino yung examiner, hindi rin alam kung sino yung kukuha ng bar exams, di ba? Parang coded, sabi mo nga anonymous. So hindi magkakaalaman. So ano yung possible loophole na sinabi ko lang bar exam kasi kapapasa ng anak ko eh. Kaya anyway, yun. Ano na lang yung mga loopholes na pwede nyo makita?
Yung procedures, yung reforms namin ngayon, Mr. Chair, ito po ay kinonsider namin extensively yung comments and suggestions ng various stakeholders, and this was subjected also to public consultation. As much as possible, we did our best to come up with a policy that will measure up to what the public hopes to expect from us, which is transparency and predictability and fairness. I think ang bigger challenge po dito is the actual implementation, and that is where the challenge is now. We have to make sure that all our revenue regions, our unit in the national office should be able to implement this consistently and according to the letter of the rules at wala pong unnecessary exercise of discretion. So ang tututukan po namin dito sa mga darating na araw ay ang actual implementation.
We now yield the floor to first the Vice Chairman. And when I reclaim my time, ang tatanungin ko lang, ang focus ko lang doon sa audit process flow. No? yung gusto mag-focus. So kindly prepare for that. So Senator Irwin, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Commissioner, ang tanong ho natin, pakipaliwanag ko. So, yung LOA po will be generated automatic po yun from the system. Tapos pipirmahan nyo na, aprobahan nyo, and then ibababa nyo po. So, actually, ang system na po ang mamimili because may nakita siya na may deficiency doon sa pagbabayad ng tax ng isang business. Is that correct? To my
Tama po yun, Mr.
understanding?
Chair. Yung system na po ang pipili ng i-audit sapagkat may nakita siya doon sa mga records ng taxpayer na nasa system din po.
Tapos, aprobahan ninyo kung, and then ibababa sa regional office
Ibababa
ninyo?
po muna para mag-assign ng examiners at ng group supervisor and then iaakyat po sa amin to de-anonymize and then saka po ibababa uli para sa issuance na kapag pirma ng letter of authority either ng regional director or ng assistant commissioner.
So doon pa lang ho sa pag-audit, maiwasan ho yung human intervention ng mga RDO kasi ito po ang pangunahing problema dati. Ang RDO lang po ang tumitingin, papasok po sa mga auditors niya. This time, yung system na po ang titingin kung sino po ang may problema, may questionabling pagbabayad ng buwis. Yung system po ang gagawa ng report tsaka po ibibigay ho sa inyo.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
All right. My next question, sir, is that we speak of audit reforms, pero yung question po, the harder question is, may nanagot po ba? Ang dami nating pinadalang LOA, base po dito sa files po namin, doon sa LOA po na naipadala po dati, 1% lang ang nakaabot sa DOJ, ang nakasuhan. And then, wala, mas lesser pa po sa Court of Tax Appeals. Ang tanong ho natin dyan, may way forward din po ba kayo na para hindi na po maulit o sufficient itong reforms ninyo para maiwasan na po itong arreglo, etc.?
Well, maliwanag po na nakalagay sa ating RMO na ang mga kawani ng BIR na hindi susunod sa mga bagong panuntunan ay mananagot, makakasuhan sila either administratively, civilly, or criminally. But meron din po kami mga ongoing investigations of BIR personnel. As of now ho, meron kaming 30 employees that are undergoing investigation. In fact, yung 25 po sa kanila ay meron ng formal charge.
Another question po before I yield the floor back to our chairman. Meron po bang kasama na reshuffle or transfer kasi po hindi po komportable ang ilang negosyante? May reforms nga po. Ang may nakarating ko sa akin, kinakabahan siya na baka isipin daw po ng RDO siya yung nagsumbong sa amin, nakarating sa amin. Meron po ba kayo ngayon na reshuffling ng mga tao na transfer yun dito, alisin, ilagay doon sa malayo para the usual process na baka balikan yung mga businessman po natin?
Meron na po tayong ilang personal movement na isinagawa noong mga nakaraang linggo at meron pa pong mga susunod na reshuffling.
Ongoing po itong reshuffling po ninyo.
Ongoing po ito, Mr. Chair, at meron po mga susunod pa na personal movement.
Meron din po ba kayong move na i-dismiss sa serbisyo yung talagang sobra yung reklamo na baka then syempre after due process, meron din po bang ganun ngayon kayong sinusundan?
Definitely po, Mr. Chair. Kung ang ebidensya ay magpapatunay na talagang may malaking kasalanan na nagawa na nangangahulugan na dapat siyang mabigyan ng parusang dismissal, i-dismiss po natin sila.
I will serve my other questions later, Mr. Chair, so I yield the floor back to you.
Yes, Senator JB.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning. Anyway, it's nice to know to hear about the reforms that have been instituted by the agency in view of the numerous complaints from taxpayers and stakeholders regarding itong irregularities and inconsistencies in the conduct of tax audits. In the past, the BIR already suspended its tax audit and ito pong issuance of the LOAs. Ang tanong ko lang, Mr. Chair, since the suspension of your tax audit, what have been the findings of the BIR, especially those revealed during the first hearing of the Blue Ribbon Committee? Ano pa yung ibang findings, especially during the issues that were brought out during the Blue Ribbon hearings?
Mr. Chair, yun nga po, ilan po sa mga pangunahing findings namin is yung overlapping audits, multiple audits in a given taxable year, although covering different types of taxes. it becomes too difficult for the taxpayer to comply. So that is why we abolished the task forces, we abolished the VAT audit units, and we now consolidate the audit into just one letter of authority per taxpayer per taxable year. For a given taxable year. And then yun nga po, we have to make sure na merong clear implementation of the guidelines, nasusunod po ang due process, nasusunod po ang karapatan ng taxpayer during the audit. Kaya sa ating pong bagong patakaran, each and every stage of the audit will have to be well documented. Yun pong discrepancy discussion ay kinakailangang maging meaningful at engaging between the taxpayer and our auditors. Hindi na maaaring hindi sila napapakinggan at hindi na-evaluate ng tunay at extensively ang mga dokumentong isasubmit nila sa BIR. Kung kaya nga po kinakailawang may minutes ang discrepancy discussion at kinakailangan each and every stage of the audit would have to be properly documented. Kung ano man po ang findings, kung ano man po ang assessment, there has to be clear factual and legal basis para po maiwasan na yung speculation na bloated ang assessment, walang basihan ng assessment, napakataas ng initial assessment for some other motive. Yan po ang hopefully ma-address na ng bagong policies na inilabas natin.
Likewise, during the first Blue Ribbon Committee hearing regarding the abuse, ito pong issue ng weaponization of the LOAs, yung mga lumabas na issue, no, yung issuance of multiple LOAs that are being used, at least ngayon po ay we can see, no, na that a lot of issues that were brought up then were considered, no, of course in the reforms that are being instituted. Ngayon po ay one LOA na lang per year, no? So bawal na talaga yung multiple LOA, and also yung the abolition of the task forces, no? Hopefully this will avoid confusion and overlapping, no, yung mga authority tsaka na ano talaga ito eh. Likewise, can you ano,
Senator JB, may I interject?
Yes.
Dati ba ilang years? Ngayon, one LOI per year sa isang taxpayer.
Ngayon po,
Dati ba ilan?
ngayon, before po kasi po pwedeng umabot sa 3 ang kanilang
year.
LOA given
Ano, how many years? Yung how many years na nag-issue ng LOA?
Pwede pong ma-issuehan ng LOA up to 3 years pabalik.
3 years.
Kasi, yun po ang
Kasi ang
standard.
prescriptive period ng LOA is 3 years, di
3
ba?
years po in general po. 3 years.
So parang nothing much has changed kung ginawa mo na lang na one LOA per year. Kasi kung nagpe-prescribe naman siya after 3 years, during the period of the issuance hanggang sa may assessment pa, effectively mga 2 years na rin yun at least, di ba?
Opo.
So parang ganun din.
Opo.
Kasi magpe-prescribe din.